Hi, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I want to share my thoughts, theories, and speculation with you guys regarding what I think the future may hold for the fan favorite new character who made his big screen debut in Aquaman. Black Manta. The producer teased in an interview back in August of last summer, before the movie came out, that they have huge plans, or they have plans at least, for the character of Black Manta in the DCEU or Worlds of DC moving forward. Whether or not that means he'll appear as the main villain or a villain in an Aquaman sequel, or maybe he'll appear in other films, remains to be seen. However, I don't think Warner Brothers and DC plans to put him aside just at the moment. I think they intend to use him to their best and to his best as much as they can. So, I will also be making, spoiler alert, I will be making references possibly to the events in Aquaman in terms of spoilers. So you may or may not want to keep watching or listening to this video, because I will be referring to events that happened in Aquaman. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, do not keep watching or listening to this video, since I will be primarily talking about the character Black Manta. So, moving forward now, spoilers ahead, by the way. At the end of Aquaman, we saw Black Manta saved by Dr. Randall Park, I believe his name is, the scientist who was convinced that Atlantis was real, and he was out on the ocean looking for clues. Saves Black Manta, is examining his suit, and then strikes a deal with Manta that in exchange for showing him where Atlantis is, the doctor will take him or tell him how to find Aquaman, because Black Manta is still out for blood, because he blames Aquaman for being directly or indirectly responsible for his father's death in the opening scene of the film. So now Black Manta's made his big screen debut, and I loved it. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II did a phenomenal job. He gave a great performance. I really enjoyed watching him, and I hope to see him again soon in the near future. And I really, really enjoyed what he brought to the character. I thought he did a great job and was pretty faithful to the original comic book source. And as a fan of the character, because this is one of my favorite DC characters, I am super excited for the potential that this character poses. You could have him be a leading villain, or a strong supporting villain or henchman, or a great anti-hero. I feel like he's got great anti-hero potential. So here are my thoughts and theories as to where Black Manta could go from here. First and foremost, he could be the main central villain in a sequel to Aquaman. That has not been officially been confirmed or announced yet. However, given how this movie has almost made like $1 billion total now, if it hasn't now, it will soon will, because it's been a huge box office hit. It most likely will get a sequel. I don't know if James Wan will return to direct it. That would be great if he did. Jason Momoa would obviously come back, and I certainly hope that Yahya Abdul-Mateen II would return as Black Manta, and this time give him much more screen time as the main villain. But if they don't play that particular card, Black Manta could definitely still have a strong presence in the Worlds of DC universe. There's already been rumors or speculation he could appear in James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2. Like, he could be a new member, or perhaps a new enemy or ally that the Suicide Squad encounters. I think that would be awesome. I think if I remember my comic book history, he's been an on-again, off-again member, or at least been offered to by Amanda Waller to join Suicide Squad, but I don't know if he's ever been an official member. But he could still appear in a Suicide Squad movie, whether it's a sequel or a third one, or anything where he's in the company of other fellow villains. I think would be pretty fun and pretty amazing. Speaking of fellow villains, now nothing's been officially confirmed or announced. I want to make that perfectly clear, given how a lot of things are very uncertain and not announced yet in the worlds of DC. We don't know what the plans are for the Legion of Doom. We last saw them teased in the post-credits scene for last year's Justice League, where we saw Lex Luthor recruit Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello, to say we should have a league of our own, considering the formation of the Justice League. And even though nothing's been confirmed, announced, or denied regarding plans for Legion of Doom, I like to think and believe it's still very much up in the air, considering all of the uncertainty and the feelings of not knowing and nervousness we had a few years ago when it was announced Joe Manganiello was going to play Deathstroke, and then for the longest time we had no idea if he was going to do it or not. Even he seemed uncertain or seemed clueless, but then all of a sudden at the end of Justice League, boom, there he was playing the character, and hopefully he still will one of these days down the line. But hopefully Legion of Doom will occur as well, and Black Manta could certainly make an appearance or at least become a member of Lex Luthor's villain club. And I feel like Legion of Doom, although it's probably not an immediate priority, is still very much a strong possibility at Warner Brothers, and here's why. Given the big screen debut of Lex Luthor, Deathstroke, and Black Manta, we've got several other villains coming up who could definitely join the Legion of Doom. Cheetah will be appearing in next year's Wonder Woman 1984. If she survives that movie, which she most likely will, she could be a member. We also have this year's Shazam. If Dr. Thaddeus Savannah doesn't join the Legion of Doom, or if he doesn't survive that movie, then the character Black Adam, who may or may not appear or may not be teased in Shazam, could definitely appear as a member of the Legion of Doom. Again, this is all pure speculation and theory. I just personally believe that Warner Brothers is setting up a great villain roster, and they've got to have some kind of plan in order to make it happen, because all of these villains are going to be appearing over the course of the next couple of years, and it would just make so much sense to have them all come together to form a Legion of Doom, whether to fight the Justice League or fight other superheroes or even fight other villains, perhaps go up against Suicide Squad for some reason or whatever. I'm sure there are plans in the works, and we just don't know about them yet. Overall, I feel like there's a good possibility and good hope for Black Manta and the Legion of Doom to make their big screen debut someday. At least the Legion of Doom. Black Manta's already made his debut. But even if they don't do Legion of Doom, I certainly hope they use and put Black Manta in more films, whether as a leading character or a strong supporting character. I just want to see more of him, because he's such a great character with so much great potential, and you can tell so many exciting, fun stories with or revolving around him. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on Black Manta? Should he be the villain in the Aquaman sequel that we'll probably get? Should he be a member of the Legion of Doom, or perhaps Suicide Squad? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As usual, I always encourage everybody to leave their feedback. We all have different beliefs and opinions, and that's fine. We're entitled to them. Just please be respectful and don't troll each other. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did talking about it. Aquaman is now playing in theaters. It's a fun movie. Go see it if you haven't seen it yet. Thanks again for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.